Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of Fearless Tarot, How to Give a Positive Reading in Any Situation, which I am offering signed copies of on my website, ElliotOracle.com. It is time for this week's Oracle Reveal. So earlier today on Instagram, I placed up a photo of 3 different animals, and I asked you to use your intuition and just ask yourself which animal is getting caught in your head, because that animal has your message. And the 3 animals were the deer, the swan, and the porcupine. So if you're just joining me now, ask yourself which animal's getting caught in your head, because that animal has your message. So for those of you who picked the deer spirit, it says bring a gentle touch. And deer is all about gentleness. This could be the week where you really take a gentle approach with other people. And instead of forcing your way or struggling for something to happen, sometimes the deer just says, lower your tension, relax your posture. Watch how much easier things become when you take that gentle approach. And finally, deer could just indicate that you need to be more gentle with yourself at this time. So make sure that you're giving yourself that tender, loving care. First card for deer is where it's best to place your focus this next week. And we got the Hierophant card. And for me, the Hierophant is all about seeking the sacred, whatever that is for you. Nobody exactly knows, and can encapsulate what divinity is just from their limited human perspective. But the Hierophant calls you to the sacred part of your own heart at this time. This next week would be a really great time to focus on spirit work or journaling or even your own tarot practice. The Hierophant is also a card of faith, and sometimes he'll indicate that it's important that you have faith in your project, in your goal, and that you go toward it despite any opposition you might be experiencing. And finally, the Hierophant is able to unlock the sacred for others. He's got the keys at his throne. He can represent teaching, education, and maybe even showing others the way or being teachable yourself. So this could be a really heavy week where you're really delving into the deeper wisdom, and you're also making time for those sacred moments. The second card is going to be advice from your inner wisdom. And we actually get the Justice figure, our second major arcana card. Justice is really all about getting back in touch with the truth for you this next week. And so this could be a week where you're really just getting back to the facts, back to the basics. What is it that you are trying to accomplish here? Justice can also say that you want to take a dispassionate approach. You want to be calm, much like the deer, in how you're addressing the challenge in front of you. Justice is flanked by those 2 gray pillars, which is the color of neutrality. And she basically says that the quickest way to get back to your own sense of equilibrium and balance is by confronting whatever your truth is, and also speaking it at this time. Justice tells you to take truth and to deliver it, but in a gentle way, and also one that's in alignment with your spirit. So this could be a really important time of personal reflection for deer. And finally, the mythic archetype, there she is again. Aphrodite has been making an appearance like every week on Oracle Reveal. Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. When I tie Aphrodite to the themes of sacredness and also truth, this could be a time when you're really looking at yourself with the wide open eyes of spirit. And you're not judging yourself or harsh on yourself, but instead you're seeing your beauty, you're seeing your uniqueness. And also with Aphrodite and the deer, this could just be a time where you're really letting love be the answer. Let that be your example. Because at the core of us all, the real truth of it is that we all are love. So the next animal we're going to go into is very Aphrodite-esque. It's actually the swan spirit, and it says time for the deep dive. And Swan honors your transformation process from ugly duckling to swan. So if you're attracted to Swan, this could be a time where you're perfecting something, or you're coming into being, or you're still engaged in some sort of process that isn't finished yet. But Swan is telling you to just go with the flow. Allow this current to carry you to where you're going next. First card for Swan is where it's best to place your focus this next week. And look at that, we got the 9 of Pentacles. This is the wealth card to me in the tarot. It just shows this abundant garden and this very wealthy looking lady who is flanked by these 2 animals. One is her falcon, which she's actually hooded. She's training it. Falcons are famous for their focus, their speed, and also their ambition. And what the woman is doing is harnessing those qualities and taming them, reining that in, coiling that energy up, and waiting for the right time to act. And then she's got that little snail way at the bottom of the card by her feet as well. And snails move very slowly, and they can indicate that this is a slow process. So I feel for Swan, your transformation process is leading to something beautiful. There's tons of abundance ahead for you, and there's a sense of satisfaction. But your growing process is also very slow right now. And it's important when we see the Nine of Pentacles and all the Pentacles cards that are successful, frankly, that we're not just expecting immediate results. Pentacles guarantee success, but they also take an incredibly long amount of time to fully manifest. And if you're staring at your goal, it can feel like you're just staring at a tree and expecting it to grow and wondering if it's actually showing any evidence of that. So this is just saying to be patient and to stay focused on your long-term goal. The advice from your inner wisdom is the Three of Cups, and this card actually depicts the three graces from Greek mythology. They're the goddesses that make some mortals shine a little bit more than others. They bestow the it factor, the thing that makes people take notice of you. And the three graces could just say that you really want to cultivate your own charisma right now and be self-aware with how you're leaving other people feeling when you're done interacting with them. You want them to say, you know, who was that person? I just feel so good after they left, not the opposite. And so the Three of Cups is telling you to use charm to help facilitate some of the goals that you're trying to bring about, but also to be authentically yourself. And the mythic archetype that can help you with that is actually Echo. The card says an unrequited love because Echo was a goddess who fell in love with Narcissus, the narcissist who fell in love with himself and didn't want anything to do with her. But what I feel about Echo is she wastes away because she's pining for this love, and then all that remains is her voice. It's just her echo. And when Echo shows up here with the Three of Cups, I just feel like you want to find your voice. You don't want to get lost in the unrequited thing. You instead want to summon your own voice and to use it to its fullest extent at this time. That's what's really going to lead towards success. And then finally, the Porcupine spirit says time for the beginner mind. And Porcupine symbolizes innocence and playfulness. So if you're attracted to Porcupine, this could just be a time to lighten up and also engage with your inner child. First card for Porcupine is where it's best to place your focus. We got the Chariot card, which means that this is the week to be courageous and to leave your comfort zone behind. The charioteer is leaving the walled city behind him. He's going out into the world, and his chariot's pulled by those two sphinxes, which are creatures of mystery. And this is saying that the mystery is pulling you forward. But you want to be courageous, you want to be bold, and you want to face and confront any fear and overcome it. Just move forward anyway, even though you might not have everything mapped out for how it will go. The advice from your inner wisdom, if you pick the Porcupine, is actually the Ace of Pentacles. So maybe the thing you need to move forward courageously on is a new opportunity, maybe financially, maybe a job. Sometimes the Ace of Pentacles is indicating that there's an opportunity to grow somehow or to become more successful. A gateway's opening on this card, and when we look in the distance, there's a mountain, which can sometimes be a symbol for an obstacle. But you don't want to stop there. You do want to climb the mountain in front of you. That is going to lead to your eventual success. And these are two wonderful cards, especially when it comes to manifesting a goal. So if you're not liking how your work is going, this could be a great time to make a new plan and execute it. And the mythic archetype that will help you is actually Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, the goddess of nature. And she's telling you to set your sights, set your eyes on your target, draw back your bow and fire. This is going to be your time to really get clear on what it is that what you want. And also, Artemis is the goddess of nature. She calls you back to your own nature. So if the work you're doing right now is not in alignment with your true nature, or you're feeling like you've just gotten really far away from yourself, this could be a time where you're really following that inner intuitive instinct and also taking full advantage of these newest opportunities that are being presented to you on your path. And that is this week's Oracle. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can always check me out at elliotoracle.com and schedule a reading with me there. Otherwise, I hope you all have a safe, happy, and healthy week, and I will see you again next time.